Thank you. It's really not easy to speak after such a showman. I should dance now, I guess. Thanks God he said meaningful experiences in few last sentences, so he made the start for my presentation. Well, my name is ALICJA CYBULSKA. I'm strategy director in Havas Media, in Media House, not the very easiest place to work on earth. So I would like to bring you back on earth and speak about creativity in advertising from perspective of Media House, media, and all those difficult places where we work. Well, I work for Media House for nearly 15 years, and the environment changed from that time, because at that time, Media House was to buy media and do it effectively and with reach and frequency. But today, the world changed so much that we have so many media landscapes, as many media users there are. So we have a problem. And we know now that in Poland, people 1836 consume media for nearly 18 hours a day. But only 13% of this time, they consume TV live. And 10% of time, TV pre-recorded. And 30% of time, they consume consumer-generated media. And that creates few challenges for all of us, since the first question is how to reach these people, how to reach the people that really will want to reach. Of course, there are big data. We actually have the data about data consumption, media consumption, but how to reach them effectively and how to make them interested in our message. The Telegraph research proved that selfie era left people with attention span shorter than the one of goldfish. Since during last 15 years, we dropped from 12 seconds to only 8 seconds of attention span. It's not a long time to grab somebody's interest. Of course, the easy answer is that you could be really entertaining, that you can do the keyword, meaning content, that is entertaining, involving, everything. But this answer was really good for 5 years ago, not for today. Since we have today a selfie era. Last year, a word selfie was chosen as a word of the year by a dictionary, right? And we know that not only from selfie in a smartphone, but also self-development, self-expression, and self-measurement. So where it leads us? It leads us where Dieter just told us, that we should create commercials and advertising that are made from correct perspective, from the consumer perspective. We always have to ask ourselves the question that consumers ask, why should I care? And why should I share? And trying to answer this question, we invest money into the very smart consumer research that is called Meaningful Brand. It is actually the first international platform that measures the strength of brand benefits in each category and its transition into business results. It is really measuring a bond between consumers and brands, but in a meaning of real change in consumers' life. So being a meaningful brand means that people perceive the brand as the one that really changed something important in their life. And the result of this research are really alarming, since globally, most people would not care if 74% of brands would disappear tomorrow from the market. And this number grows every year. In 2011, it was 71. In 2013, it was 73. And we have a problem with bond, meaning people caring about the brands that are left on earth. So, and the caring difference between emerging countries and developed countries. So as you can see, in emerging Asia, there are 60% of brands that would be cared for if they would disappear. And in Europe, there is 10 times less of these brands. What does it mean? That in Eastern Europe, where we are, 91% of brands could disappear tomorrow from the market. Are we heading to the times of private labels? Well, the answer is that we should start to understand consumers' needs in each category. I would like to give you an example, since everybody think about the love brands, but it's not we don't have to be a love brand. We need to be meaningful. So, for example, meaningful brands in Poland are Lidl and Biedronka, since they changed totally the retail market, and they saved a lot of time in humans' lives. So that is why they are perceived as meaningful. So we measure each brand in each category, and this is enough. And sometimes, well, I observe that we as marketers, we commit the same sin for years. We really concentrate on tools. We concentrate on implementation, on strategy, on KPIs, USPs, and we really try hard not to understand consumers. Everything what Dieter said just before me comes as an insight from a regular everyday life of consumers, right? What bothers me, what makes me happy, what really frustrates me when I have contact with media, these elements are needed today. And we treat sometimes consumers as children, that we are smart enough to plot our net and we will catch them. Well, consumers today are the best media, the most trusted media, and they are always 2 steps ahead of us. So I have to come back to creativity. Creativity from the media house perspective. I would like to show you 5 sources, the best sources for last year of creativity in perspective of media and media house. And of course, these are not the golden rules, because there are no golden rules for creativity, because it is creative. It answers the environment. It is flexible. The first and most obvious from the media house perspective, of course, is using data mining and programmatic. And it seems really easy, having all the data. So I would like to show you 2 cases that shows a really new way of using data. Both of them won 3 Cannes Lions this year.
Retargeting banners. They keep coming back to you with the same shoe. Again and again and again. We love them, right? But what if we could get rid of the evil part of this technology and keep all the good? How? By using it for something we purposely stick in front of our eyes. Post-it notes. See this banner? Write your notes right inside it. Confirm and just continue browsing. Now you'll start seeing your notes instead of retargeting banners. Easy? Not really. There's a smart script behind this tiny banner that uses the same technology big websites use to hunt you down and show you the stuff you only looked at once. There's also a bunch of placements on the most frequently visited websites, so you'll need your posted stickers wherever you go. Click on any of your notes and you'll land on a posted page where you can create more stickers, manage, or delete them all. See? Letting banners follow you isn't so bad after all. More post-it notes, less noisy banners.
The clue of this case, if you could do something with the sound, because you probably didn't understand. The clue of this sense was using retargeting banners for leaving posts of every person, right? So it was actually the clue of its success.
A recent study has shown that 1 out of 8 people in Germany and over 40 million people in Europe are living in a long-distance relationship.
I live in Düsseldorf.
He lives in London.
57% say they suffer from being separated from one another.
It's lonely. It feels horrible.
Like my daughter, she really does miss me a lot.
And 2/3 communicate via Skype regularly. That's why Germanwings has invented the corridor targeting, a special program that can pinpoint the exact location of both Skype users and displays customized flight deals in real time, with the cheapest flight connections to get you from A to B. Corridor targeting is an integrated middleware that was developed in cooperation with Skype, and that connects people not only virtual, but real. Because until now, it was only possible to track one user's location. With corridor targeting, we track and target the spatial connection between 2 users, send the information to our cloud server, and connect the resulting data to build the corridor. The corridor information is matched with the Germanwings database to identify the closest airports, best connections and flight deals, and then displays the next available flights to each other in real time, with all the necessary details and the possibility to book directly. And that not only means more love, more kisses, more hugs, but also a 433% increase in click-through rates, a total of 1.9% more bookings, and a completely new business model for Skype. The corridor targeting by Germanwings.
What is common in these two cases is for sure using data in a totally new way. But would it be enough to be such successful? Well, the first goal of tomorrow's creativity is to create a new benefits and new values in advertising itself. So this is the key for tomorrow's creativity for us. The second source of creativity of last year would be media hijacking, and it comes from limitations. Actually, the best creative cases comes from limitations. In this case, McDonald's had not enough money to advertise during Super Bowl. So let's see how they managed the problem.
February 1st, 2015, Super Bowl 49 was about to begin. Over 114 million people tuned in, making this year's Super Bowl the most watched event in American television history. The Super Bowl is the one day that people actually get excited about commercials. As a result, brands typically try to compete and outdo one another, but not McDonald's. We're the brand that embodies loving it. So instead of competing with other brands in the Super Bowl, we decided to embrace them, all of them. That led us to do something never done before in the Super Bowl. We had McDonald's give away every single product advertised on the game. As other brands aired their spots during the game, we blanketed Twitter with positive tweets praising their commercials. All fans had to do to enter was retweet McDonald's loving posts for their chance to win. Because pricing was decided in real time, every piece of content needed to be created, seen by the client, and put through historic legal approvals in a matter of minutes. So we brought in an armada of over 20 lawyers and gave away prizes that ranged from the rational to the ridiculous. It took the synchronization of more than 120 people to make each and every post a reality. We gave away a wheelbarrow full of chips, 8 cars, 1 avocado, a year's supply of glue, and a ride in a helicopter. In total, 56 products were given away during the game. The brands we gave away couldn't resist interacting with our posts. They tweeted back at us, helping us spread our message to their brand's entire Twitter fan base. McDonald's increased positive sentiment online by an astonishing 56%. Twitter crowned McDonald's as the undisputed winner of the Super Bowl. And so it was. We solidified McDonald's place in digital history by making it the most retweeted brand ever on a single day. And we did it all without the use of a single hashtag. Lovin' the Super Bowl.
We have to admit it was really creative, but what I would like to underline is that it would be not possible if all agencies and all media would work in silos. We really know this from our everyday life, where all of us has different information. Why media house should have an information about creative part? Why? We are responsible for buying media. Well, this case is an example that when everybody plays on the same goal, then the really creative things are possible. The third source I would like to mention is creating a really new media to underline a really important message. The first case I would like to show you won 16 Lions this year. And why? See yourself.
In March of 2015, the Spanish government approves the gag law, despite criticism from the UN and its rejection by over 80% of the population. The new law violates the right of freedom of expression, banning protests in front of Congress, the holding of assemblies in public places, and the participation in a protest without previous notice. Faced with this reality, we decided to protest in the only way the law allowed us to.
to a different kind of demonstration in Spain.
Thousands of people marched to protest a new law.
But they say endangers civil liberty. But none of them were actually there.
A unique way to express their discontent.
The world's first holographic protest.
Hologram tüntetést.
Manifestation virtuelle a Madrid.
스페인에서 수천 명의 시위대가 등장했는데 la primera de hologramas del mundo.
Via a website that allowed anyone, anywhere to take their image, convert themselves into an apparition.
Subiendo sus imágenes, subiendo sus gritos, subiendo sus pancartas, recreando a miles de personas reales. And it opens up some doors and capabilities that I never thought were possible.
The underlying argument is that holograms have more rights than humans. I mean, that's kind of another part of the process, which I have to say it's quite impactful. You can't arrest the hologram, right?
The protest reached a global audience of over 800 million people. 400 million impressions in social media opened a worldwide debate on the right to freedom of expression. 330,000 people signed the online petition to repeal the law, and the hologram protest went from the doors of the Congress to the inside.
La movilización, señor ministro, continuará. La protesta continuará.
Would this case be so strong if technology providers, media houses, would not underline with technology, with strategic use of technology, the question that is really meaningful? Where are the ends of the rights of human beings? Are fake things having more rights than people? So all of that is strategically used. Let's see another very simple case.
今天的空气质量整体是处于重度污染当中。
今天上海又被轻雾重霾所笼罩，空气质量达到了重度污染。
Xiaozhu wanted to stand out in a market that was almost as congested as the air. A market where 500,000 people, mostly children, have died due to air pollution-related illnesses. Factories are responsible for up to 65% of this pollution. So we decided to put a spotlight on air pollution's biggest culprits by using the actual pollution from the factories as a medium. We projection-mapped pictures of children choking on pollution with our message on the toxic smoke spewing from the factory's smokestacks. People took notice, and the word spread. The video of the projection was filmed and released online.
让更多人关注工业生产对空气、对孩子的健康，进而对我们每个人未来的影响。
The video received more than 17.3 million views in a week, reaching millions more on social media. More importantly, Xiaozhu received 4.8 million visits to its website and a 38% increase in brand awareness. We also cleared the way for Xiaozhu's entry into the congested marketplace.
A very simple case, right? Using totally new media, but underlying a really important matter for consumers made this commodity brand move very quickly into the meaningful sphere. Another source of creativity is going out of clutter, of media clutter. I have here two cases that shows you that sometimes creativity means going out of media places.
The internet is full of low-cost airline promotions, but there are just too many. How can Transavia stand out in this online jungle? Easy, by going offline. So we took our cheapest tickets departing from Paris and transformed them into the most simple thing to buy. Snacks.
Il sera bientôt possible d'acheter un billet d'avion comme on achète un paquet de chips ou un paquet de bonbons.
Le hashtag c'est Snack Holidays.
Donc c'est vraiment inscrire la marque dans l'expérience du quotidien, dans les actes tout à fait banals du quotidien pour montrer que oui, les billets, ils coûtent vraiment pas cher.
Snack Holidays is a range of more than 3,000 snacks, each of them reporting on the pack, the price, and the destination. They are sold where no ticket has ever been sold before, in supermarkets and vending machines all over Paris.
Et bien là, Transavia va en faire quoi? Un achat d'impulsion. Un exemple clair qui va parler à tout le monde. Vous êtes sur le quai du métro, vous sortez du boulot, il est tard, vous êtes fatigué, il y a du monde, il fait chaud, et là vous rêvez de quoi? C'est normal, vous rêvez de soleil, et eh bien voilà, vous allez pouvoir désormais acheter via des paquets de chips, des paquets de bonbons comme ceux que j'ai entre les mains.
So grab your snack, find the unique code inside, choose your dates, and get your flight with no extra fees. After all, who said that a ticket has to look like a ticket?
C'est assez rigolo pour faire parler, ça a beaucoup fait parler aujourd'hui.
Again, we have here the case of bringing a new functionality in people's life, bringing those tickets to the stores and making it so easy. Let's see another case. It's so simple case, but it brings the matters that really are important in our life in this short attention span of 8 seconds, and underline that it's important to think about that. I promise you, before your lunch, it's only one case left. So the last source of creativity is actually overused sometimes, because many brands try to enter a really meaningful areas of people's lives and become friends and understand, etc. But the one that I want to show you is the one that won a Grand Prix in Media Cannes Lions, because it's extreme example of commodity brand, the brand in telephone operator, which we don't want mostly to have contact with, that invested in not only sponsored application, but also in media communication, very creative one, to really change a society habits, which make it really, really meaningful. Let's see.
In a society where family is above everything else, it's inappropriate for women to openly seek help. Vodafone believes technology can be a powerful force for good, so we created an app in which women could secretly seek help. hidden in a flashlight app, but if the user is in danger, she can just shake her phone and the app automatically sends a message to 3 people she trusts, along with her exact location. To spread an app which works only if it's kept secret, we hid our messages in places no man would ever see it, like lingerie tags at partner shops, wax strips, female toilets, even promoted female video bloggers on national TV to boost views online on their tutorial videos which contained our message hidden deep inside the content. We estimated this secrecy would last 10 months, then the app would slowly be exposed and become useless. That's when we moved to phase 2, launching an update which turned the innocent flashlight into a mirror application. Once again, using hidden messages to announce the change. If any men would try to watch these videos, we attempted to lure them with banners that would direct them elsewhere. Hidden inside a shareable cosmetics discount, the message appeared only when it was copy-pasted. All of Vodafone female subscribers were informed through an automated voice system about the function of the app. They were also given the option to share the voice message with their friends and help promote it. The system recognized if a man answered the phone, so instead he would hear a generic promotional offer from Vodafone. As of today, over 254,000 women have downloaded the app. That's 24% of all women with smartphones in Turkey. The app has been activated over 103,000 times. We hope that one day the biggest success will be when we don't have to make any more versions of the app, and no woman will ever have to download it again.
We have so many tools to be creative. We have all the media, we have data, we have applications. But what I would like to leave you with is the message that no one of them will be successful if used in silos. We really need to cooperate together, all of us, and actually it's a message to the marketing directors. The marketing directors of today should be as simplifying officers, guardians of a brand vision, which let every party know the same information. And there is no other way for creativity of tomorrow than all hands on board at the same time. The other message is that we cannot anymore keep ourselves from understanding the consumer. I don't speak about purchase funnel or USPs. I speak about everyday observations. We all are consumers. What makes us, what frustrates us, what makes us nervous, and using that in communication to make a new utility and new values. Because communication, advertising communication, to be in this world where consumer-generated media will grow 40% each year, we have to create a new values. And being meaningful brand, it really pays off in business terms. We know that from meaningful brand research. For example, on average, meaningful brands gain 46% more of share of wallet in their categories than non-meaningful brands. Speaking about stock market prices, meaningful brands get better by 133%. And finally, speaking about KPIs, meaningful brands double the KPIs of non-meaningful brands. And speaking about KPIs, I mean, for example, advocacy or purchase intent. So I hope I inspired you before lunch to think about creativity of tomorrow from a bit different perspective. And thank you for your attention and have a good lunch.